Sorry that I'm on my phone. Engineering, I'm going to send you a couple images to the stage here. And can you give me a thumbs up or not when we're ready to show them? And I will do a preamble right now. And so a note of fields and a conversation of consent right now. This is a follow-up to Liz sharing her story from yesterday when she talked about her personal experience of beating cancer as a child and the very good work that Child's Play does in making things better. So I have a contact with Child's Play, because obviously we work very closely with them about all of this. And I got an email. Listening to Liz share her story, it made me recognize how Desibus helps and how Liz is helping to change the patient experience. So here are a few photos from game techs that show how they're using 3D printing to help kids practice with their toys and dolls. Even ports for kids to understand what happens when they get a port put in, or put one on their doll or a stuffed animal or something like that, just to try and make the whole process a lot less scary. And then maybe while we're looking at these, when we're ready, I don't want to rush them, you can maybe give some insight.
Yeah. So yes, engineering status. Okay. So the pictures we showed yesterday, one of them I was wearing a very cool, scary mask for radiation treatment, and I'm just very excited about the fact that like 3D printing is involved.
Oh, did the images not show up? I'm so sorry.
That's fine. I can also say that it's just really cool in the time that we've been doing this that like the last time I think we saw some information, maybe it was 5 years ago from Child's Play, about how much money makes an impact on a child's life, and that number is incredibly staggering of how many people we are all helping while we were here. But also just the technology at that time, the 3D games of being able to be on like a roller coaster seemed so cool, and now there's 3D printing involved. I don't know what's going to be happening in the next 5 years, but I did not have any of this cool stuff when I was a kid. Back in my day, we just had stuffed animals and Super Nintendo. I probably didn't have stuffed animals.
Well,
the Super Nintendo was good.
That was very important, for sure. But it's interesting they talked about portacath. So I had a portacath put in. I'll have a scar right here still from when I was a kid. And it's like a little circle device that put under the skin that has a tube going to my heart and a special needle that looks like a nail. Anyway, that, sorry if you're not a fan of needles, that would go in to distribute the medicine. So actually, yeah, the white one right there, back up a couple of pictures. We can show that.
Yeah.
So let's see, what picture do we have here? Ah, yes. So this is, yeah.
Actually, Liz, let's switch.
Liz cam. Ta-da. So this image is actually very cool. So this is like the radiation treatment type of machine, I'm imagining, just because this really relates to the photo that I showed yesterday of having a mask that is sort of caged for my face to keep me in there. So the fact that they have 3D printed machines to show kids what it's going to be, the experience is going to be like, and then dolls to have them go through it. So that's very cool. Can you show the next picture? And again, getting used to these really large machines. I don't know if anyone's had an MRI or a CAT scan, but you kind of go in a tube, and it's already kind of claustrophobic and loud and that sort of thing. In the Children's Hospital, they put stickers on the top so that when you're inside, you can see all the stickers. But this is amazing because that stuff is sort of terrifying. The first time you ever see it is in the room with the machine. So I appreciate the preview that is offered with this one. And the next photo, yeah. So this is a portacath. I think it's probably smaller with the mouse for size. But the medication, the chemo, is so powerful to fight the cancer. But it is so powerful that it would burn my veins, so they can't do it intravenously. You have to have a stronger way that can handle it, and so that's why it was something that's put in to then that they can inject the medication with a tube that goes to my heart. My heart can pump it all through my body, which can be overwhelming and scary to have like a thing put in your skin, but to have it explained and then have like kids be able to put it in their stuffed animals and to be able to like normalize that is really cool. Oh, that's awesome. I'm seeing beautiful pictures of children's hospitals. That's very cool. So I thank you for bringing that. Thank you, Child's Play, for sending that to us, because it's so great to hear that difference is being made. I know the technology has advanced, but I think sometimes in science we can forget to like make it really cool for children, and just to hear what children's hospitals are doing. And now I'm just seeing tons of pictures of making children's hospitals look less scary.
Yeah, Chad is posting a bunch of MRI machines that have been completely transformed into cool kid things. It's very cool.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I appreciate that. So again, thank you for letting me share my story, and thank you all for supporting me in that. I know that being emotionally vulnerable on camera can be difficult for me, and so I feel supported by those who are around me to support me in that, and also like want to share that story. But I'm also hoping that folks who can see a face of a human, because we donate so much money, we dance around, we do challenges, we beat our friends at Jenga, like so many things that we do at this Desert Bus for Child's Play to raise funds. It's sort of this abstract concept, and then being able to share my story to show that there are humans, like real humans, that you can look at that are being helped by this.
I'd like to throw the word survivor at you.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right? Because you went through this, whatever the process is, and you survived it, and you have grown, and now you help other people to have hope to be able to survive it. And that's a great gift, Liz.
Thank you.
It's a great gift.
It is. I'm kind of a badass if I think about it.
That's it, girlfriend.
And superhero, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Superhero. And you were all able to absorb my badassery by supporting me as well. Dawn guard shift, best shift.
Sure.
Yeah. But as a breast cancer survivor who wasn't a kid and understood some of the stuff that was happening to me, it has given me such empathy and ability to look at what happens to these kids that we try to help. And so I see you as the little kid that survived all of that horrible treatments and medicine to come here and give us what you give us. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate any opportunity to talk about myself. So I'm just really happy it's relevant and hopefully can inspire others.